Hello, how are you? This is Nikita, and I am with, should I say I'm with? Anyway, I'm Nikita, and this is Deliciousness on the Move's YouTube channel, where we cook great food and share with you how we do it. Well, today's video, we're going to be doing breakfast. Yes, an awesome breakfast, a good hearty breakfast with potatoes, bacon, and eggs. I eat turkey bacon. The man that's on the show all the time, he belongs to me. He's going to be having like 4 pieces of bacon. Anyway, so stay tuned and come back and see how we make our country breakfast. Hello, how are you? This is Nikita with Deliciousness on the Move, and we are making a breakfast today. I guess you could say it's sort of like a country breakfast, maybe, without the homemade biscuits. But we're gonna have fried potatoes, bacon, pork, and turkey, and some scrambled eggs. Well, let me go back. Potatoes with onions, eggs, scrambled eggs, and then bacon, pork, and turkey. So what I'm gonna do, or what I have here on the table, are the tools, if you will, that I need for the fried potatoes. I have 3 potatoes. You can use as many as you need depending on the number of people that you're serving. I have a little onion already cut up. I have my salt. I have my pepper. I have my potato peeler, if I can get it out. And I got my handy dandy knife. It still has a little onion residue on it. Sorry about that. But yeah. Okay. So I'm going to get these potatoes peeled, and then you come back and you can watch me cut them. I'm going to go ahead and pour my oil in. I'm not pouring a whole lot. I'm just pouring enough to coat the bottom, because you don't want to fry them like French fries. When you make fried potatoes, you don't want them fried like French fries. Some of them will get the brown on them, which that's what makes them good. But really, what you're trying to do is just get them fried enough for you to be able to pour the water in it to get tender. But we'll get to that part. We'll get to that. But so I have this on, I guess you consider it medium high. I have it on 6. So depending on what your stove is like, I have low, medium, high, and then in between there, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. I have it on 6. So there you go. And I use just some good old Kroger vegetable oil. Through the magic of the internet, 2 of the potatoes have already been cut, and we just cut them in discs. You don't want them really thick. You don't want them really thin, because when they're really thin, they will crisp up more than what you really want them to be. So, and then if they're really thick, it takes longer for them to cook. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut up this last one. Forgive me, because if, whatever. If I seem like I'm struggling. So, I got it. But again, it's not a perfect science. Some of them may be a little thicker than the others, but you don't want them really thick. When I'm making mashed potatoes, I cut it long ways and do chunks and all that. This is not mashed potatoes, so you don't want them really thick, because you don't want somebody to get a potato that's not done, and it's not done because it was, too thick. But anyway, okay, so that's that. So then what I do with my onion, and you can use a red onion, you can use a yellow onion. It's just a regular yellow onion. I just take the, I almost cut my finger. I just take the pieces and I undo the curls or the rings. They're not perfect rings, but I undo them and just put them in here, so I don't have to worry about trying to break them up when it's cooking. I just take those little pieces and toss them in. But undo them. That way when people eat it, everybody gets a little bit of onion if they so desire to have it. Okay, so for the seasoning, I'm just using black pepper and salt. And I was gonna say when I first said I was gonna use, but I didn't. But you can use whatever seasoning that you want to use. You can use regular seasoning. When my mother used to make these, she would use meat tenderizer and garlic powder and onion powder. So you can do it however you want to do it. But I think the salt and pepper for potatoes is simple. It still gives it the flavor that you need. And I don't use a lot of salt. Somebody might say, "Ooh, yes you do," but to me, I don't. And be sure you rinse your potatoes off before you season them. I did rinse these. And then that's also the other reason why I put the onion on top of the potatoes, so we can get it too. And you just mix it up so every potato gets a little good of the love of the salt and the pepper. I hear my oil popping. So I'm going to presume that it's hot enough. You want to be sure that it's hot enough. Again, you're not frying these like they were if they were French fries, which is the reason you don't want them too thin. You're just making sure that, you know, you're able to get a good, I won't even call it a sear because that's for meat. But you just want to be sure that every potato gets some heat, a little bit of the oil in it. Because what you're going to do is put water in it, and the water, when you put it in there after you've done that, makes kind of a gravy. So that's the cut. So here we go. Yeah, so it's hot enough. I'm not going to just throw these in here because it's hot. Yes, it's that hot. But you just want to put them. Oh no, I lost the potatoes in the pot. These are enough potatoes. These 3 potatoes can probably feed 3 to 4 people, depending on how those 3 to 4 people eat. If you don't have any greedy gums in there, then you can put, then 3 potatoes should be enough. It just depends again on how the folks that you're feeding, how they eat. So what I normally would have my spatula already over here, and I don't. So I'm just gonna take my handy dandy knife, and I'm just gonna move this around. Because again, you're gonna let it sit, right? You're still cooking it like you would if you were cooking meat. You know how you let one side do, like if you're cooking chicken, you let one side do for however long, and then you flip it. It's the same thing with these potatoes. I'm gonna let them fry a little bit on that side, and then I'm gonna mix them all up, and I'm gonna keep doing that until they all have, I can tell they all have been cooked with just the oil. And then at that point, I'm going to pour water in it. But that will be way before they just begin to really crisp up. Some of the potatoes is going to get a crispy edge. But you don't want the middle to get crispy, because then you just made French fries. And who wants fried French fries with onions? I don't know who would want that. So, yeah. So we're still working on it, And I don't like for my, like this onion right here, it's gotten a little crisp on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't like, because I tried not with I don't want the onions to get burnt. I mean, some people may like that. You cook it the way that you want to cook it. If you like for your onions to be Cajun, then hey, that more power to you. I just don't like for mine to be Cajun. But if it happens, that's okay too, because you're going to put water in it and it's going to soften it all up. So I'm going to let these settle again, let them keep cooking. This is a process, so you don't try to rush it. If you like your potatoes looking like this, then when you feel like when you're ready, just put your water in there. Just know it's going to be a minute for it to finish cooking, and you may have to put some more water in it until they get tender, because you don't want hard potatoes. Don't tell nobody, oh, that lady on YouTube, that's what she did. I didn't. So we're going to let it cook a little bit more, and we'll be back. So it's been 10 minutes, and as you can see, they're falling apart. They're very tender. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them off. I may put them on low. No, I think I'm going to turn them on. So that we can start on, actually, you know what? I'm going to turn it down some, but I'm not going to turn them off. Because this one right here is still a little hard. So while I cook everything else, they can still be cooking. But see how they're falling apart? You don't want them to get too mushy. But I am going to put a little bit more water in here, so that if there's any that are not very tender, will get tender. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them down. And if my assistant could give me this. Griddle is on. It's heated up. It is on 350. Normally, we would have done, no, take that all the way back. Not we. That man that's on the channel as well. That guy that's on here too. He belongs to me, but that guy, he wanted to do this on the Blackstone outside, but right now in Nashville it is raining cats and freaking dogs. Forget the fact that it's like really cold. It is raining cats and freaking dogs. So we're doing this on the griddle in the house. So it's a Bella griddle we got from Wally World. So this bacon is not really thick, so this is like a FYI. When it's not really thick, you gotta really watch it, because it could just end up being bacon bits. So I'm gonna do 4 pieces of bacon. You see a little thin piece. And I already messed up because I was gonna actually do the turkey bacon first. Oh well. Huh? You all over that way. I am. After I get the other piece on here. These pieces are long. Don't use your finger. My sister doesn't have stuff set up. And see the way wrong with him. Okay.
See how they do me?
Let's get move the pork over. Now, don't get me wrong, I do eat pork. I love some good bacon. I just rather have turkey bacon.
And I don't like turkey bacon.
Yeah, they say it tastes like. Well, my youngest daughter eats it, and one of my oldest daughters will eat it. But the other folks say it tastes like cardboard. So I'm gonna put these this way because it's turkey pork.
It ain't no skillet.
The grist from the pork. So there's my little pieces of turkey bacon. Which, if you fry the turkey bacon accurately, it'll be, you know, like bacon. You can make it crisp. I mean, it won't be crisp like bacon, but it'll be crisp.
I don't like this bacon.
No, you don't. So this bacon, you're not going to see it, you know, that beautiful crispiness that is bacon. That's not going to come on this. Because he don't like it like that. So, like this piece right here in a minute is going to be too cooked.
You can leave it on, looking on. I guess let's take it.
But I'm just lifting it up and moving it around so it won't really stick. But the griddle is non-stick, so, you know, but still, you just want to make sure that it doesn't. Because like I said, these two pieces are not, this is not thick bacon. And I want to say that too. I have not cooked on the Blackstone griddle. That man to be on this channel that belongs to me, he has. But just from the other videos that I've seen when he watches them, nobody says why. They just say they use thick bacon. But I'm going to tell you why they use thick cut bacon. Because if you use thin bacon on that griddle, on that Blackstone, you're going to end up with a whole bunch of bacon bits. So, you don't want that. You want like actual bacon for your family. So, whoever it is you're cooking for. So, yeah, that's why they use thick cut. See, I tell you the truth. People sometimes on YouTube, they just do stuff on their videos. They give you no explanation as to why they did X, Y, and Z. Even if the explanation is, I don't know why I did it, it just works. Say that to me. I don't know. Just say that to me. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna turn it over. He said that he gonna let it cook a little bit longer for y'all. Isn't that sweet? But you can give me some. Normally, or I suggest that whenever you cook anything that's dealing with oil or grease like this, it has grease. I'm not supposed that you use a paper towel to soap up the excess. Just push the volume button down. But we have run out of paper towels, so don't have that. Move these over. My turkey bacon. Yeah, that's good right there. I'm gonna let it sit on this side just a little bit, and then I'm gonna put them on my plate. Put them on my plate.
You cooking eggs on it?
Oh, yeah, I guess I will. Alright. So turkey bacon is done, and it doesn't take, the turkey bacon does not take as long as the pork. You can put turkey bacon in the oven. My youngest daughter, when she cooks her breakfast, she had started cooking it on the stove in the pan, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. So that's what I've been doing now. I usually cook it on the stove in the pan, but we're using the griddle this morning since we're cooking the pork bacon too. And for dinner, well, I won't say what we're having for dinner. You'll see the video next week, I guess. This week, I don't know when you'll see it. I don't know when these are coming out. I don't know what the upload schedule is for this channel, quite honestly. So yeah, then there's that. And then this does have the trap, the oil trap. So is this okay? Is this good for you? Or you want to cook longer? Okay, so we're gonna start taking it off.
Don't say nothing about my bacon.
Don't say nothing about the bacon. Do not. I mean, you can put it, but it ain't gonna hurt nobody's feelings. If you say you shouldn't consume products that's not cooked all the way through, that look, that's this man's stomach. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he part pit bull. He got a cast iron stomach. I don't know. Yeah. So we're just gonna scrape this off. And I guess I'll go ahead and make the eggs in this oil. I just won't use all of this because it's bacon grease. That's some good eggs right there, y'all. And some bacon grease. You want to scramble them first, or? 6. Now I'll go ahead and take this piece off because, like I said, he'll eat it like that. So there we go. I'm not gonna use all of this in the eggs. So I'm gonna leave a little bit on here, but I don't want to leave a lot. We usually use butter, but like I said, since it's on here, I might just go and use it, not let it go to waste. But I don't want them to be real greasy. So and then I'm gonna wipe this off and do me some toast. And we'll have our juice with our breakfast. Okay, so he's scrambling us some eggs up. That's good. That's good, bro. That's good. You know what? Okay. So that scrambled eggs. So and I'm not pouring it all the way on there, because if you pour it all on there and then you end up with the egg going down the grease trap. I'm trying to cook it so the cooked egg will stop the wet egg. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. And then we don't want it to go over that edge either. So, it's, and it did. Got a little spillage. Got a little spillage. Y'all, I lost some egg. Gotta pour a little bit of orange juice out for our homie the egg. He went down the grease trap.
This is on my homie.
Alright, here we go. Now, I was trying to get it to this point so we can. And then the person that be on this channel that belongs to me does not like his eggs cooked hard. So I'm not gonna leave them runny.
I like to cook,
but they still gonna be a little wet.
No, they'll be wet.
They do. I used to take his out of the pan and still cook mine, but I'm finna show you how you can do it without having to do all that, because ain't nobody can do that every morning. That's extra work. Get you back over here. Okay. So you gotta do it to the consistency where you can stomach it. If you like your eggs wet, then you know, do you, boo boo. But see, right now, this is the point right here, because what happens is that his is still wet and mine is still going to be cooking. Because like I would turn, if I was doing this on the stove, I would turn the pan off and I would be good, because mine would still be it's cooking a little bit, and that's fine for me. I don't like my eggs hard either. I don't want them burnt. I want them to still be yellow. So, but they're cooked all the way. Now, see, right, we use 2 spatulas.
Yeah. And
then there's that. It annoys me, people when they use the Blackstone, they always say, that people in the comments say, why you use 2 of them? You think you what is it called? A hibachi chef? No, sweetie. It's easier to use the 2 spatulas for that thing, that right there, so you can get the food up on it. But that's YouTube for you. It's always the people that's got something to say. So I'm going to clean this off. And then, I'm going to clean this off. And I'm going to do me some, I'm going to do 2 pieces of toast. I need some butter. Or margarine rather, not butter. Or whichever one you pull out on there. Trying to get all this egg either off or at least moved over to the side, the little residue. I don't want that on my toast. So I'm gonna take the butter and just I'm just doing 2 pieces, but still gotta make sure you got enough butter. Okay. So I got our toast down. There's our plates. If I had, you know what? I can make it look fancy for you. So the little last shot is gonna look a little fancy. It's gonna have some grapes on it. Some grapes. If I had some cantaloupe, I put some little cantaloupe pieces on it. But I do have grapes, so I'll put some. I'll put some grapes on the plate, and we got us some orange juice and lemonades. So it's gonna be a real. And then our potatoes. Oh, this is a good breakfast. Did you realize that the word breakfast is made up of the word break and fast? And it literally means to break the fast, because you've been asleep for like 6 to 8 hours. So you've been fasting throughout the night. So it breaks the fast. Isn't that something? I didn't come up with that on my own. That was not my own revelation. Someone on Facebook actually pointed that out. I said, shut up. That is what that means. To break the good fast. I don't like my bread burnt, but I do like it toasted. That other person that be on this channel that belongs to me, he will be okay with this. Look at this. That's not toast, but he will be okay with it. As long as it's a little hard, he's okay with it. What's wrong with him, y'all? He don't want his bacon done all the way. He won't wet eggs.
My chicken.
He don't want done toast. Oh yeah, and then his chicken still be clucking.
No.
And he says my chicken is dry, and it's not dry. It's not crispy. It's supposed to be dead.
It's overkill.
I'm not part vampire. I won't see nothing that look like it was blood in it. I eat the meat, but you know, sometimes it makes me wonder.
I get it to the point where it's done.
Okay, let's see. Taking a long time. It's getting there. It's getting there. Taking a little bit. I like it toasted, y'all. I like it toasted. Okay.
You gonna flip it over too?
Am I do what?
Flip it over too?
I am gonna flip it over when this side get a little toasted. I like for it to be toast. Not burnt, but toast. That ain't toast. That's just, I don't know what you call that. That ain't it. Now I don't want a little bit more brown than that. Get the grapes and wash them off so we can show the folks a finished plate. So leave in the comments below what do you cook on your griddle or on your black stone? What do you cook on it when you cook? And I'll go ahead and tell you what we're going to. So for dinner, we're going to do sliders. And I think this will be our first time doing sliders on the griddle. No, this will be our first time doing sliders, period. So he's going to go to the store, I guess, to get the bread. So this is going to be interesting to see what kind of bread he goes to get. Because I've been noticing that the Hawaiian roll people, I don't know what you call the company. Is it called Kingland? I can't think what the name of the company is, but the folks who make Hawaiian rolls now have, see, it can still be a little more toasted than that, but that's good. I'm good with that. But anyway, the people who make the Hawaiian bread now have slider buns, and they have hoagies. So, yeah. Do you want a Hawaiian bun slider though? Because they're big. It doesn't matter what it's for, right? It's still sweet bread.
Yeah. Because
they have sliced bread that you can do, like, you know, your toast, your sandwiches. They have the regular rolls they've always had. They've got hot dog buns now. They've got, which we've tried. They're pretty good, but they're decent. But I don't have to have it. They have, like I said, the hoagie bread, which we haven't tried. We haven't done that in a long time. Made our own Subway sandwiches. And then they have the slider bread.
We might do that.
Yeah.
Do it for the channel.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a long time. And when we do it, we have like the oil. I think the last time we did it, we had the oil, we did the vinegar, and then we always have the olives, the banana peppers, the pickles, the onion, the cheeses that we eat on them when we go to Subway, and then our meats. But the last time we did it, we did the oil and vinegar. We hadn't done that before, but it was good. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Parmesan. I like Parmesan cheese on mine, and we didn't have Parmesan cheese. I have to do that. But next time we do it, I think we're gonna do Hawaiian. We're gonna try those Hawaiian hoagie. You want to do that? Yeah. Okay, and we'll do it for the channel so you can see it.
Toast them.
And we could put them on the griddle and toast them. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my toast off, and I think that's it for the griddle.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna come back and we're gonna show you our finished plates. And here you are. These are our finished plates. We have pork bacon, eggs, and good old potatoes. You see how the potatoes turned out? They are tender and good looking. And then we have eggs, potatoes, 2 pieces of turkey bacon. We have our toast, and I just put the grapes on there for a garnish. Him said he didn't want no grapes, so I probably won't eat these right now for breakfast, but I'll probably eat them while I'm working. So there you go. And then I put my jelly on my toast. Of course, you put whatever you want to put on your toast. But yeah, this was fun. So I hope that you know, this gave you a little insight on what you can do with your griddle, a way to cook different kind of breakfast for your family. This is a good Saturday or Sunday breakfast because the potatoes is a little extra. As always, if you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you find the content to be useful. And of course, hit the notification bell so that whenever new videos are uploaded onto this channel, you can be informed. So, as always, I was about to say, as always, stay delicious, but then I thought about it, and I don't think that's that. So let me go back. As always, we hope that you will be blessed and be in peace, and come back next time and join us. Have a good day.